Hey, if you're here looking into making an additional extra income from home, then you're at the right place. If you're here because you want to hear my story on how I got into my second career in my golden years doing content creating, aka YouTubing, you're in the right place. Now, I mentioned golden years because I retired a year and a half ago. My name is Beth, and I knew coming into retirement that I would have to do something creative. I didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew I was going to have to be creative. Because after I retired a year and a half ago, I started making party props for weddings, graduations, showers, birthdays, or whatever it is that we celebrate. Too many to mention. I made these and sold them from home. Then I added the photo props, which the ones we use to show off our beautiful pictures on social media. And the third thing I added, which I'm going to show you on this video, are signs with messages. Now I want to share this knowledge with young people, especially those aspiring to go to college. This is additional income that you could save for college. I also want to share this for young mothers who want to spend some time at home with their babies. This is an additional income for you and your family. Then finally, I wanted to share this with the people, the golden age people, the retired people, the one with lots of time in their hands. Something to make, something to create, additional income from home. So what is this item, you ask? The item that I will teach you so that you may use it to generate additional income from home. Not interested in generating additional income? Well, stay on. The idea you get from here may lead you to something that you've always wanted to go to. It brought me to content creation and YouTubing. These items are items with a message. And for this particular one today, I'm going to teach you how to make entrance mats or door mats, mat toppers that are made of cardboard. And the message is, please take off your shoes. Now, why would this sell? Well, number one, we all want clean homes. We don't want those germs and bacteria from the streets, from parking lots, and from public restrooms coming into our house. Number two, we want to extend the life of our carpet and our floorings. And number three, we all want to save time cleaning, mopping the floor, vacuuming, time that we could use making these items. But why would they sell? Well, they sell because it's very awkward to ask people to take off their shoes, and these signs will do the job for you. These signs will ask people to take off their shoes without you even saying a single word. Okay, we're gonna get to it, but I really have to do this first. We need to discuss safety. All painters or all crafters using paint must follow these safety rules. Number one, read the labels and the warnings. Number two, work in a very well ventilated area. If the conditions are perfect and it isn't windy outside, why, working in your backyard would even be better. And safety number three, always wear a mask. So these are 19 inches this way and 13 inches this way. Now the most important part for me is knowing where the midpoint is. So since this is a popular size, or a size that I use a lot, I've already created a kind of marker with a midpoint there. So the midpoint is right about there, and I take them and I mark that off like that. And I do the same thing with the vertical. I mark it off like that. So I know where my midpoints are. Let's talk about the materials. Yes, you will need letters. And here I have 3 sizes of letters. The first one, welcome, is about 3 inches. The letters are about 3 inches. The second one is about 2 inches. And the third one is a little over an inch. You will also need paint. I have 3 colors. I have the red, the gray, and the dark blue. It's an instant fabric color. It says here, instant fabric color. And that's because this can be used also for t-shirts. I start by putting the letters together and forming words. Like here I have the word welcome. So I put them on the board, not really caring where they end up with the first time, because this will surely change. So I have the word welcome, and then I have please. Please here, please. Please take your, please take off your shoes, your shoes. And grammatically speaking, the word take off is a phrasal verb, and it can be separated. So I can actually take this and just say, please take your shoes, and I can put off there. I chose, just for the sheer purposes of putting the shoes at the bottom, I chose to use the verb take off versus take your shoes off. Okay, now after that, after I've laid them out and I can see the words perfectly there, I'm going to arrange these letters and always being conscious of where my middle points are. So I'll put welcome. They are not perfectly arranged because that's part of the beauty of it. It's just letters coming together and not perfectly arranged. Then I'll eyeball this, and I have welcome. It's wider over here on the right side than the left. So I'm going to move these letters so that I can have them at midpoint. Ta-da! There you go, the letter C. The middle letter is at midpoint. Now they're kind of still not perfectly aligned with the middle point, but getting there. Okay, now I have the W and the E, the first letter and the last letter, bringing the word into midpoint. Then I'll go to please. Again, just being conscious of the midpoint. I should probably move it a little bit more this way towards the left. And now I hit the midpoint, closer to the midpoint. Please. Then take off your okay, so if I have this much space on the right, I'm going to move the letters around so that I can have about equal amount of space on the left. There you go. Please take off your shoes. And now I have all the letters in place. Yeah, I think I like that. Maybe I'll put the word please just down a little bit so it's not so close to the word welcome. Okay, I'm pleased with that. Now let's get to the fun part, the painting part. Let's get to the spray painting part. But before that, sometimes it also helps to view it from this vantage point, looking at the letters this way. See, when you look at the letters this way, sometimes you'll see that there is something that's off. Like, for example, the word take off. It's too far apart. So I may want to just move that a little closer together. And now that's better. And then I'm seeing that these are further apart. Oh, I think the letter O should be this way instead. See how looking at it from this vantage point can show you some things that you want to change. I won't call them mistakes because there's really no mistakes. It should be as you want these letters to be. And again, there's no perfect alignment, no perfect placement. The idea is that it's fun, it's colorful, and it's unique. So I'm going to turn it back around that way, and I'm going to use 3 paints, as I said. First, I'm going to use one paint covering the word welcome, another paint covering the word please, and a third paint covering the word shoe. Take your shoes off. Or that phrase, take your shoes off, not word, but phrase. I'm going to take my can of paint, and I'm going to use the red. So I spray it. I usually start with the first. I ran out of red paint in that large can. So here I am with some painted there. I have a smaller can that I'll use. Again, let me remind you, you should be working in a well-ventilated area and you should be wearing a mask. So I have the word welcome in red. I will use gray for the word please. So you notice that some gray got into the word welcome. No problem. It's just part again of just making it different each time and having your own idea, and then the phrase take off. There you go. I think I need more paint there above the C. So there you go. And now I have to dry this up. I'm drying this sign on the floor, and I have, as you notice, that I have scrap cardboards protecting my floor. I'm using a small fan. It's really important to use a small fan because a big fan could be so powerful that it'll blow the letters off. So I'm done drying up the paint. Now let's remove the letters and let's see what we come up with. So I have the word welcome. Let's see. It's really important that you don't put the letters on top of one another because the letters could stick together and then it'll be hard to take apart. Take off. You probably noticed as I was explaining, I interchangeably say take off your shoes or take your shoes off. And again, that's because it's a phrasal verb and it could be used either ways. It could be used as take off your shoes or take your shoes off. And there we are. Let's see if I can bring it closer. Well, if I bring it any closer, then the words are coming up. But it's really nice. And if you notice that it's It has the color of the flag, red, white, and blue. Or popular messages. I usually just pre-make the message so that I'd have them handy whenever somebody requests them. Tuloy-tuloy po is in Filipino, which says, "Come in, please." Shout out to the Philippines, my birth country, the country that gave birth to me, and the country that gave me my college education. The color of the Philippine flag is blue, yellow, red, and white. I think I need more color here. And now to dry it up. I'm going to start with the letter A. And this time, shout out to Guam. Guam is a territory of the United States. It is, we say, where America's day began. And it was my home as a child. It was my home away from home. I love Guam. I'll always remember Guam and the people of Guam, those who took me in. I'll always remember them fondly. And this says Hafa Aday, which is Guam's normal greetings to tourists and friends. Hafa Aday. The color of Guam's flag is blue, navy blue with red trimmings or small red trimmings around. So let me paint it. And now to dry it. So here again are the three signs that we made. Welcome, please take off your shoes. Hafa Aday, please take off your shoes. And tuloy-tuloy po, please take off your shoes. I sell these locally, $8 a piece or 3 for $20. People give them as gifts or just use these in their house. Again, remember, you don't want to bring the public restrooms in your homes. It took 4 days, many hours, prayers, a lot of courage and determination to complete one video. I hope you will use the knowledge I shared with you to generate additional income. As for my journey into YouTubing, keep track of my journey, follow me, and watch the information below. YouTube requires that I generate 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Keep track and see how I progress through the year. And by the way, that requirement is for 1 year. Also, watch other videos that I will, watch other tutorial videos that I will be posting real soon. Press the subscribe button. Sometimes it comes in red, sometimes it's in white, and ring that bell. Thank you, bye for now, and see you again real soon.